Hello and welcome. This is your guy, Awesome Will here. And I was just sliding by, so I decided that I'd slide on in and drop another video for you. I have another interesting topic that I'd like to share with you today. And the topic of this video is she hasn't been the same since meeting you. The power of connection. Once again, she hasn't been the same since meeting you. The power of connection. In a world where interactions often feel fleeting and surface level, there comes a moment that can change everything. A moment where someone enters your life and shifts your entire perspective. She hasn't been the same since meeting you is more than just a phrase. It's a testament to the profound impact one person can have on another. Whether it's a romantic partner, a new friend, or a mentor, meeting someone who alters the course of your life is a deeply transformative experience. The science behind transformative connections. When someone says she hasn't been the same since meeting you, it often implies a profound emotional shift. Psychologists explain this through concepts like emotional intelligence, empathy, and attachment theory. When we meet someone who truly understands and values us, it creates a sense of safety and belonging. This connection can trigger a cascade of positive emotions, reinforcing self-esteem and personal worth. From a psychological standpoint, such formative or transformative relationships activate the brain's reward system, in which I discussed that coming from the Harvard University Medical, website, or Harvard University or Harvard Medical website. I explained that to you. Uh, it was love. It was a brief synopsis of what love is and what's actually going on within the brain regarding chemicals, the thought process, etc. Relationships activate the brain's reward system. Oxytocin, this was one of them that I spoke of, often called the love hormone, is released during meaningful interactions, promoting trust and bonding. These chemical changes explain why some people leave an unforgettable imprint on our lives. Do you do that? Are you a guy or are you a gentleman that leaves a positive imprint or leaves an imprint on a woman? I sure hope so. Signs she's changed since meeting you. If you're wondering how to recognize when someone has been profoundly affected by meeting you, look for these signs. Number one, a renewed sense of purpose. She may suddenly exhibit a drive to pursue her passions or explore new interests. Your encouragement or shared energy might have inspired her to take bold steps towards her dreams. I spoke about that as well. Number two, increased confidence, whether it's speaking up more or trying things she never would have before. Her self-assurance has noticeably grown. Positive connections often empower people to see their potential. Number three, improved emotional well-being. She might seem happier, calmer, or more at peace. When someone feels truly seen and valued, it often reduces stress and boosts overall mental health. Now, there's times in my life as where I was involved with someone and almost instantly I noticed how their appearance changed because the stress levels, for one, had been reduced and they had like this radiance about them, man. Skin clear, etc. I mean, they just had this magnificent radiance about them, because energy and the way that it flows is a real thing, man. It's a real thing. You know what I mean? So be mindful of that as well. improved emotional well-being. Just pay attention to your lady, man. Pay attention and you'll notice it, especially when she's happy. You know what I mean? Okay. Number four, a shift in perspective. Her outlook on life may have changed. Maybe she now embraces a more optimistic mindset or feels more resilient in the face of challenges. The ripple effect of positive relationships. The phrase, she hasn't been the same since meeting you, underscores the ripple effect of impactful relationships. One meaningful connection can influence not only the individuals involved, but also those around them. When someone experiences personal growth, they often inspire others to do the same. For instance, a woman who gains confidence through a transformative relationship might encourage her friends and family to pursue their own growth. This domino effect is why building genuine, uplifting relationships is so important. Building transformative connections. If you're hoping to be the kind of person who changes someone's life for the better, here are a few strategies. Number one, be present and authentic. Deep connections require authenticity. Show up as your true self and genuinely invest in the relationship. Listening without judgment and expressing genuine interest can make all the difference. Encourage growth. Once again, encourage growth. Support her ambitions. Cheer on her successes, and provide constructive feedback when needed. Being a source of encouragement can inspire her to reach new heights. Number three, lead. Lead. I'm going to say that again. Lead. Lead with what? Lead with what? Empathy. Lead with empathy. Empathy is at the core of every strong relationship. By understanding her feelings and perspectives, you can foster a sense of safety and what? Trust. Celebrate vulnerability. Sharing your own struggles and victories can create a safe space for her to do the same. Vulnerability strengthens bonds and fosters mutual growth. What do I always tell you? What do I always tell you? It's great to have things together. It's great to have your life well together in the way that you desire it to be. That's a wonderful thing. But even if it isn't, you're still working or you're constantly working. And as you age, chances are you're going to want more out of life. You know what I mean? Because you've matured to a point that you feel that these things are attainable, although you manage many things that you have achieved. So to be truthful with her, no matter what stage of life you're in, no matter how chaotic it might be, or no matter how chaotic you may feel it is, you're constantly working and elevating not only the way that you think, but you're educating as well. Education is elevation. You know what I mean? And you're taking your licks on the chin like a man's supposed to. You ain't crying and whining to nobody. You taking life, the way it's given to you, and you utilizing what you have to better structure what it is you truly desire. Although you may be at that point, there's more work to do. There's always, and I'm going to say it again, there's always some more of it. It never stops. It never stops. Once you make it up Mount Everest, there's some more to go. You know what I mean? There's some more to go, man. You know what I mean? So always be truthful with that lady, man. Always be truthful, because in your truthfulness and in her observation of you, she's learning something. She's learning lessons as well, especially if she's right there beside you. She sees what's going on. She's aware of what's going on. And what she's doing is observing your performance, observing the way that you come up with solutions and resolving matters. You know what I mean? In a way to push not only you forward, but her forward in a way that she's a more forward thinking person. You know what I'm saying? So always be truthful, man. Always be truthful, man. You know, celebrate vulnerability, sharing your own struggles and victories, being an inspiration, being an inspiration, just as Teddy Pendergrass said that, the woman that he so loved or desired was his inspiration, his greatest inspiration, to be exact. You know, you, you too, sir, can be and will be and probably already are your lady's inspiration. And keep on doing what you're doing, man. Don't stop. Don't stop, man. Celebrate vulnerability. Now, moving on. Romantic implications. In a romantic context, she hasn't been the same since meeting you. Often takes on an even deeper meaning. Love has a unique ability to unlock emotional and personal growth. Now tell me that ain't the truth. Love, love has a unique ability to unlock emotional and personal growth. I bear witness to that. When you meet someone who challenges you to become the best let's rewind. Let's rewind. When you meet someone who challenges you to become the best version of yourself, it's a sign of a healthy and transformative partnership. No one comes together to stay the same. And if so, you shouldn't be together. When I challenge you, why would you whine? Why would you bicker? Or why would you complain? If I'm steering you in the right direction, of course it might be uncomfortable because it's abnormal to you. It's something unseen. It's something unknown to you. It's something that you are unfamiliar with. So the transition can be somewhat comfortable or uncomfortable, but there's no need for you to become frustrated. There's no need for you to fight your destiny. Very soon you will arrive, but you must be teachable. You must be willing, or that woman, must be teachable in efforts of y'all, having a successful relationship or a successful life, even successful, companionship with one another. And she shouldn't be combative, man, especially if you steering her in the right direction. You know what I mean? Because elevation is necessary. You know, water your grass, man. You know, water your grass, man. You only want what's green. You want healthy grass. You want you want healthy crop. You know what I mean? So it's essential that you do these things, man, for a stronger, more healthier, relationship. And challenges come with that. Challenges comes with that, man. And you have to make sure that she's willing to take on those challenges. If she's partnering up with you, you know, she has to be willing, or there's no sense in the relationship, or even trying to build something, okay, with that person. However, it's important to note that transformation should always be positive and empowering. Relationships should build each other up, not tear each other down. Did you hear that? Relationships should build each other up, not tear each other down. Just like I've mentioned in a previous video about a couple being together or having a relationship, man and woman, having a bond. Things aren't going to always be so great. Although the connection is great, life situations and circumstances can sometimes create situations that can be, or might be, or sometimes be critical. You know what I mean? And no matter what you go through, due to her caring about your well-being, although no blows were thrown, you know what I mean? Maybe there was a little aggression or something like that. But because she cares so much about your well-being, she'll never put people in your business, man. She'll never put people in your business like that. She wouldn't want to see you behind bars. You know what I mean? She wouldn't want that for you. Because that'll be seen or looked upon. She understands that you're needed with her, regardless of what's being said. You're not brutally attacking anybody. You're not, you know what I mean? Neither party. Because there might be a tussle, which I don't advise that. There might be a tussle or, just a bit of aggression. You know what I'm saying? Maybe an argument. I don't argue with women, man. That's just something I don't do. I'm not arguing with no female. You may as well go ahead and sit down, or whatever you're going to do. You want to slam a door or two, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and slam the door. Just make sure don't no pictures come off the wall. When you ready to talk to me like a woman, then you come back and talk to me. But all that extra stuff, I don't care nothing about that. I don't. You know what I mean? I won't allow you to make me so angry or so upset that I want to put hands on you, or that I even want to tongue wrestle with you, because if I go there, I already know what the outcome gonna be. So, you can slam doors, just don't vandalize nothing. I don't care nothing about that. You want to leave? Go ahead, leave. That's fine. Go ahead, cool off. You know what I mean? When you ready to talk to me, I'm here for you, baby. But all that other stuff, I'm not into that. Come and talk to me when you ready. Go and cool off. I ain't worried about all that you lashing out, and I don't care nothing about that at all. I don't see that. You know what I mean? But when you're ready to talk to me like a woman, I'm here for you, and I'm going to listen to everything you have to say, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but because she cares about your well-being, she would never want to see you in a situation like that, man. Because she'll understand that could initially contribute to the downfall, your downfall, or the relationship coming to ruins completely. Because now you could possibly have a criminal record for something, and what's crazy is too, domestic violence cases. You know what I'm saying? Domestic violence cases, when there's domestic violence, or you and your partner having a situation and one party call the police or whatever, you end up going to jail, or that party goes to jail. When the police takes them into custody, they go to jail, awaiting for a court date, and they sending you subpoenas, or sending the lady subpoenas to come to court but she doesn't want to come to court. Like, if it was going to be like that from the jump, why did you even call the police to come and retain me? You know, you really don't want to see me here. It was just that you were angry, upset, blew a fuse, you know what I mean? And you felt that you wanted to call the police. But like I said in the previous video also, ain't no real woman gonna put the police or put the law on her man. I don't care what y'all go through. She's not gonna do it, man, because she cares about your well-being. But because she doesn't come to court after being subpoenaed, now the state picks up the charges. You know what I mean? Because they want a conviction, especially if they have a record of that happening often for domestic violence. They want a conviction, you know? And they probably assume maybe she's afraid to come to court, maybe she's in fear of her life or whatever. She don't want to come to court or whatever. So we gonna pick up the charges. And not just because of that, not just that. The state is wasting tax dollars having police officers to go out there to your home, and every time you get there or every time they get there, oh, everything's cool. Oh no, everything ain't cool. Everything ain't cool. This has happened on several occasions. Somebody going to jail, and not only are they going to jail, somebody gonna stay in there. Cause we tired of y'all using taxpayers' dollars for y'all nonsense. You know what I mean? So why, if you go, and then after all of that, they get out of jail and they right back together again. You know what I mean? So why would you even call the police on the individual in the first place? If you go, that's kind of like personally, my relatives, you know what I'm saying? Some of my relatives, like my sisters, you know what I'm saying? I love them to death, you know what I'm saying? But there came a time when I said, you know what, man? I'm not going to even get involved in what they got going on. That's their business, because I can sit here and talk to you and build you up after a nasty breakup and give you a solution as to what you need to do and how you can go about doing things and focusing on yourself, all for you to go back and get back with that person. I learned to say, you know what? I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear anything about it, because I keep telling you what you should do or what you could do. I'm not you. I can only give you a suggestion. I know you in love and all of that, but I can only give you a suggestion as into what you should do about this situation. Now, I'm not going to keep on getting involved, giving you, a sound mind, you know what I mean? Building you up to where you're happy again, you're smiling again, all for you to go back to the same thing. I just withdrew. I say, no, I'm not doing that anymore. But you guys get where I'm going with it. Having healthy boundaries and not, or having a relationship with healthy boundaries where you're not tearing one another down, man. Okay? Why these connections matter? In today's fast-paced world, which is very fast, very true, genuine connections are increasingly rare. Many of us spend more time scrolling through social media than engaging in meaningful interactions. Yet, it's these deep, life-changing relationships that truly enrich our lives. The phrase, "she hasn't been the same since meeting you," serves as a powerful reminder of how much we can influence each other. Whether it's a romantic connection, a deep friendship, or a chance encounter with a mentor, the people we meet can shape our stories in profound ways. Very true. Now, this is to wrap what I was speaking about, or to wrap this topic up, okay? Meeting someone who changes your life is a gift. Being that person for someone else is a privilege. If someone says she hasn't been the same since meeting you, take it as a compliment of the highest order. It means you've made a lasting, positive impact, one that has the potential to echo far beyond the relationship itself. In the end, these connections reminds us of the incredible power of human relationships. They show us that no matter where we are in life, one person has the ability to inspire, uplift, and transform us. So, cherish those who change your life and strive to do the same for others. How wonderful is that? Now, real talk, real talk. How many of you guys had a relationship 6 months ago, a year ago, a week ago, or even years ago, and you're no longer together? But if you were to show up right now, chances are, whatever they have going on, they'll drop it if you said that you wanted to be with them. Again, how many of you can attest that the experience with you had that kind of effect on a woman? Haven't seen you in weeks, haven't seen you in weeks, years, months. How many of you can truly say that? No matter where they're at in the world right now, no matter what's going on, if you were to just appear, or if they were to just see you, they'll drop everything they got going on. And I mean everything. They'll forget about them instantly. If you have it like that, man, you have a long-lasting, positive influence on that person, man. And like I always say too, man, when a woman loves you, man, I don't care what y'all go through. You know what I mean? When she closed that chapter, when she closes that chapter in that book, man, and it was a bitter breakup, if she was really, really in love with you, man, she'll never forget what you did to her. But her love, the love of a woman, runs deep, man. It runs very, very deep. You know what I mean? You know? And another thing, on another note, when a woman is truly interested in you, many might say, well, it was love at first sight. Not necessarily. Some women, man, you have a lot of them too. They say, oh, I don't do this. Oh, I don't do that. She didn't do a particular thing because she felt that she couldn't do certain things with you. And they have their reasons. They have their reasons. What she didn't do for you, maybe she did it for me. Why? I don't know. You'd have to ask her. I know, but my opinion means nothing. My input means nothing. I got a little bit more out of her than you did. You know what I mean? But then you say, well, man, you know, she says she don't do that. What? She don't do that. She don't do that. It ain't a problem for me, man. It ain't a problem for me. They just like what they like, man. And can't nobody change that. They like what they like. Not to continue and go on a rant or anything. But just as I was sliding in or sliding by, I decided I'd slide on in and drop this video on you. I am now about to slide on out and proceed about. This is awesome. Will be sure to like, subscribe, share, turn on the notification bell so you will be informed of when I release or upload another video. Thank you kindly for listening. I hope that you enjoy, and I'll be catching you on the next one. Peace.